Welcome back to another episode of Strikers Media Podcast. My name is Raffi. This is Jeebus. That's Rashan, Leo, and that is not Santos.
Back with another one.
This is Gio. Santos is feeling a little under the weather. And this is Gio. So, Gio, want to introduce yourself? Tell us a little about yourself.
How's it going, guys? My name is Gio. I just turned 21, big 21.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Why are you
it.
looking like you're so nervous?
Is this your first ever podcast?
Yes, my first
That's
ever podcast.
crazy.
First time ever being in front of a camera?
No.
No?
I'm Mr. Hollywood. I'm always behind the cameras.
All right.
Behind the
You
camera,
sound like
in front
Mr. Bollywood right now, my guy.
Oh, yeah.
Speak up a little bit.
Let this kick in.
So Santos isn't here with us today, so we have Gio stepping in. We might have Gio switch off later with another guy that we have here named Derek. And with that being said, let's get right into it. So is there anything that you want to talk about? It's your first time here, so we'll give our guest some privilege.
Any questions you have? Maybe something, you've seen our podcast on Instagram. Just,
Of course, all the time.
What do you think? What do you think about the feedback we've been getting? How do you feel about the topics we've said? Stuff like that.
I feel like it's just a process, a growing process. We just got to keep going step by step.
Who's we?
All of us.
I like that. I like Gio already.
Is there any particular video or like something you saw like that was crazy that people were like, I know I was getting a lot of feedback
And hate.
Was there anything that you agreed or disagreed with? Do you
No,
remember?
not really. I don't really remember just off the top of the head.
So you don't support us?
I do support.
Are you a real homie or no?
Yes, I am.
Let me ask you this. Let's get off of the feedback because I don't think he's been watching it too much.
Okay.
He's more
comments, though. He comments.
He does comment, but he does like the typical like, oh, it's amazing comment, like without actually watching the video.
The fake comments?
I love you though for helping out. But let me ask you this: You're the youngest one here, no? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a younger person, is there any questions you have about life moving forward that you could ask us? Maybe something you want to know or something you want advice about?
Probably just like saving money. Just a little advice on saving money.
What do you do
You
with
have
your
a
money?
specific question, my guy.
What do you guys do to save money?
We don't. Next question.
Okay.
We're big spenders.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
big-
Okay.
I'm
But
sure you know.
You want actually on that note, you want some actual advice about that?
Yeah.
Don't worry about saving money. Don't overspend than what you have, but worry more about making more money than you worry about saving money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's California mindset.
Look, when it comes to making money and saving money, there's two types of mentalities. There's the save more money mentality or the I got to make more money mentality. If you're on the save money mentality, you're going to be depriving yourself of things that you should be having as a human, like getting Starbucks, for example, going to the gym, for example, getting a nicer car, getting a nicer pair of shoes, nicer clothes. You're going to
Things that make you
deprive
happy,
yourself.
maybe.
Exactly. You're going to deprive yourself of these things that you should be able to have just to save an extra couple $100 a month. But guess what? If you made an extra couple $100 a month, you'd be in the same financial positions as you would be if you saved money, except you'd have the nicer car, the nicer shoes, the nicer clothes, going out more often, right?
Yeah.
Because life is also about experiences, not just saving money till you're 30, right? So don't get into that
He said
save
till
money
you're 30,
mentality.
like you're gonna die when you're 30.
Well, I mean, no, a lot of people's lives end when they're 30. They have a kid. They stop going out. Live your life while you're young. That's all I'm saying. But get into that mentality of making more money, not saving more money. Don't overspend, but make more money. That's basically the goal.
network with people.
There's
get to
a
know people,
million
stuff like
ways
that.
to make money.
My dad had a friend that he would like save all the time. He wouldn't spend money. Like even going out to like eat, he'll be like tripping
Like-
over spending money. But he ended up dying right before he was able to like even like do
Enjoy it.
anything.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I feel
So-
like that's very common in a Hispanic household. They always want you to save. But again, how you said, if you're saving, you're not enjoying your money. What's the whole point? The next thing you know, you can't even take that to the grave.
Like,
You know,
bro,
you
I'm
can't take
100K in debt and I'm living life.
What?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't think he's kidding, guys.
I'm kidding.
I don't
It's
think
like
so neither.
95K.
No, but you see how we spend money. I mean, you came out to the club with us. You see how we spend money, bro.
We literally threw money.
We threw money. Like he saw it.
Money.
Lots of
You
money.
threw money.
First hand.
First time. You liked it, right?
It was nice. Yeah, it was a pleasure.
One rule: do never throw money at girls. That's my only rule for you.
Other money.
That's another thing.
Why?
Don't spend all your money devoted to one girl.
Oh, no.
Not even multiple girls. Like, just don't devote money to girls. Like,
No.
in general, just
Women
don't.
spend money on
Until
me.
she's your
they
wife.
spend, they spend
Oh,
money,
they spend money on you?
Yeah.
What they buy? What's the most expensive thing a girl has bought you?
Oh, to be young again.
Talk to us, bro. Talk
Probably
to
that
us.
Dior bag I have.
Yeah,
That's
a
your
girl bought
bag?
you that?
Yeah.
Jeez. How did you finesse it?
Hey, can't give that $1 million game out for free.
Nah, come on. You're on the podcast. Got to bring it out.
You know, just got to talk to the women, do your thing. just work your magic.
Why is the motherfucker
It's
so
just,
nervous?
it's just giving.
Yeah,
it's just giving-
you're a big talker outside the podcast.
I know.
Hey,
for
this
real.
guy is like big jokes, and he got all this energy. Now he's like
Hey,
sitting in front of
He's
the
in front of the camera. He's like,
Gio told me, bro, that like one good advice is just to lie to women, bro. So I want to see it. Is that true, Gio?
Just keep lying.
Just keep lying.
Keep lying.
Whenever
be
you're talking
funny.
to a new girl, just lie.
Keep lying. Be funny. If you know you're not gonna take the girl serious, just keep lying.
so, but they're wasting your time too.
No, you're there to do your thing.
You can do your thing and then still not lie. You can be like, you just be honest. You be honest with them, let them know the type of timing you're on. If they're not giving you the attention you want, then you just move on to the next. You're like, you know what? You're not the one. You're not someone.
we're not looking for the same thing right now.
Yeah,
so
we're
we
not
shouldn't
looking for
be
the same
talking.
thing. You're not someone I see taking too serious. But I like you. I want to have fun with you. If you're down for that, let's do it. And if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. And if it doesn't, hey, no hard feelings. I like you. We can stay friends. Yeah.
You get that?
You get that?
I get that.
I don't think it registered.
I get that, but I'm young still. I like to lie to women.
You are 20. You just turned 21.
You keep lying to women,
You're gonna apply some
have
consequences.
so many problems in your
Yeah,
life.
you're gonna get a lot.
You're
of
gonna realize like, why did I even lie to her? I should have just dropped her like 3 months ago.
Hey, man, more money, more problems.
You guys sound like you guys went through some stuff.
Oh,
Is there anything we need to talk about?
Man,
Yeah, bro.
Like what? What do you think?
I mean, we
You have a question
talked
for me?
about most of our situations in the
I
past.
mean, but he, I don't think he's heard it. Well,
He hasn't heard it.
What's the question? You
our
have?
followers
Like-
have heard it.
I want to know why you're telling me this to not lie to too many women. What are the consequences like?
I mean, I just told you. You're dealing with people that you probably shouldn't involve yourself with, and it's like you'll save yourself the time and the stress.
Yeah,
of
mainly
just
you're
being
wasting
honest,
your
just
time.
being honest. Yeah, it's not even that you're wasting your time. I feel like just being honest with someone, because they might be in alignment with what you're on. They might agree.
But,
like, hey,
but what if Gio's not looking for a relationship? He's
No.
looking for like a girl to have fun with, and he's just lying to her.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think that's not
That's what I'm
right?
saying. If he's being honest with her, he can, she might agree. She might be like, okay, like I respect that. I'm on that same thing too. Like if you're cool with that, I'm doing my own thing, you're doing your own thing. Like I still want to fuck with you. So that she might be in alignment. If you start lying to her, then she might get mixed signals and think like, oh, maybe I liked him, or like maybe I thought he was really.
He led me on. Now he's gonna
Yeah,
pay
he led
child
me on.
support.
If you're being honest, you have no worries, because then it's like, hey, I told you what I was doing all the front when we
Yeah.
first started talking. It is what it is. And
Keeps
then,
your conscience clear.
yeah, and then when you're doing something and you're asking someone else, like, hey, yeah, I'm talking to another girl, but it's cool, the girl that you're talking to, whoever it is, if they're mature enough, they'll understand.
Yeah.
I have a feeling like, well, not a feeling. Is I have this thing like a lot of girls that I talk to now. They're like a lot of young girls. Not like too young, but like
Well-
they're young. They are not mature like for shit.
Have you been in any toxic relationship like
For
recently?
legal reasons, are they over 18?
Always.
Okay, good.
Always.
Continue.
Yeah. Have you been in any like recent toxic relationship, anything like that with a girl? You have any stories?
Very.
Hey, your windshield's broken. Does that have to do anything to do with it?
Oh yeah, you're right. The windshield's your windshield's broken. How that happen?
Wait, is that really?
yeah.
Tell us about it,
I don't
Gio.
think we should talk about this one.
Oh, come on.
We can't talk about this one. We can't talk about this
Are
one.
you still with the girl that broke your window?
Yes.
Okay, what's this?
What?
Yes.
No. Okay, how about this? I'll make you more comfortable. I went through that firsthand. I was with a girl that broke my windshield 3 times.
And
Okay?
you went back
and
to
I
her?
still stayed with her. Leave.
Get out while
Leave.
you can. You see the movie Get Out,
Leave.
right?
Yeah.
See the crazy stuff that go on when he should have just left?
If I could go back, yeah, I would have left way earlier than I did. Leave.
I'm taking
We'll talk
your
about it.
advice.
Want to talk about it now? Because I brought up my situation.
All right, let's do it.
Story time.
All right.
Yes. Story time.
Man, I
So-
love this story.
Oh, you know the story?
Yeah.
Basically, we're gonna call her Shorty. Shorty was trying to go on my phone.
Hold on. I'm gonna set this up for a podcast clip. Give me 1 second. So what happened with your windshield?
All right. We're going to call the girl Shorty. This is a little story time right now. So Shorty basically, she grabbed my phone. I gave her the phone. I said, here, put some music. She put a song. Probably like 5 seconds later, I still see her on my phone. I'm like, oh, you choosing another song? I look at my phone. She's on Instagram, on my DMs. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Fucking
no.
grab the phone. Bro, tell me why she gets mad. She's like, bro, I just want to look at your phone. I just want to see what's going on. I'm like, okay, well, you could have just said that instead of just like doing your thing without me knowing. I give her the phone. She grabs it. She goes, I don't even want to fucking look at it no more. She fucking throws it at the windshield.
No,
Fucking shatters.
bro. What?
Damn.
Leave, run. Like what?
Bad. But I've had worse.
Oh, there's
Let's
worse?
hear worse.
There's
Yeah.
one that's worse.
That's your worst. I want to hear worse.
Tell
You
us.
seem like you're a type
Hey.
of person that likes dealing with like drama.
No, I hate it.
That's a
I'm
lie.
telling you,
You're
bro.
staying
You have
with
a
her.
goatee.
Bro, okay, the goatee, you know, does my thing. I could buy alcohol with this. All right, there was this girl.
21.
There was this girl when probably like last year around my birthday, February, like March. I had this girl I was talking to. We did our thing. I was taking her back home. I had to call my friend. I'm like, yo, call me, tell me you need me right now. I want to take her home. He calls me, do my thing. She's like, all right, let's go. Bro, this bitch fucking leaves the AirPod in my car. I'm driving off. Bro, I get this little thing on my phone that says AirPod is moving with you. I'm like,
Oh
what the
my
fuck?
goodness.
Bro, I stopped the car fast as fuck. I go to the back seat. I'm checking everything. I check the passenger in the bottom. There's a fucking AirPod right there.
But she did that on purpose.
Yes, she did it. She did this on purpose.
Let's see where you were at.
Yeah, and I was gonna go pick up another girl.
You see what I was saying earlier?
That's where the line.
You
Look
see,
what's
like,
going on
see,
right
like,
now.
I
Start
know the
spiraling and
story.
stuff.
You see, if you just be straight up, girls didn't have no reason to be super connected to you, because if you take care of that early on when you're talking with them, if they're looking for something serious, you just tell them to bounce. It's always going to be more people out there that you can meet.
So that girl thought you were trying to take her serious, like you were
No,
talking
no.
to like date her, or
No.
or how long have you known her for?
Me and her, we were just talking, just doing our thing, just having fun.
Did she think that?
Yeah, she knew that. I was not going to the hey babe, like none of that. None of that. But hold on, I didn't even finish.
Wow.
When I stopped the car, I was down street from her fucking best friend's house. I was going to see her best friend.
Okay. So
I
why
go-
you nervous?
wait, what?
Why
Bro,
you
okay,
nervous?
you know what, dog? Like,
I
Go see her best friend. Okay.
Yeah. I go back to fucking give her the AirPod. I called one of my friends. I'm like, yo, come with me. I don't know what this bitch is on. She's fucking crazy. She left the AirPod in my car. So I call my friend. He brings a fucking fake gun, fucking covered in matte black, with it's a fucking
okay,
water
I'm
gun.
gonna stop you right there. You guys are both on some bullshit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You took a gun to go
No,
get the
a
AirPod?
fake gun.
Okay.
Entertainment purposes only.
It's all props.
Yeah, all props. So we pull up. She comes out with a bat.
What?
Yeah, she came out with a bat. She goes, why the fuck were you down the street from my best friend's house? Best friend? I don't even know that's your best friend. Bro, I give her the AirPod. I'm about to drive off. She fucking hits the fuck out of my windshield in the back and breaks it. Completely shatters.
Other windshield?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. See, okay, and again,
You're dealing with
That's-
the wrong women, bro. That's
dealing
the issue.
with people that do stuff like that. These women that you're dealing with obviously don't respect you. They're young, whatever. They're reckless. Even when I was 21, I wish a female would even think. Just knowing her, knowing me personally, she knows what the consequence would have been.
What would the consequence be?
It would have got dangerous.
My bad.
It would have got dangerous. Honestly, just people in general. People in general, they know how I carry myself, and so I'll assert myself a certain
we
way.
know.
That a female know not to even act out like that.
What are you gonna do to that female, bro, if she acts like that?
I mean, I'm not an aggressive person. It's just you're gonna see a different side of me.
That sounds like a threat.
And then it's not even a
Shiver me timbers.
it's not even a threat thing. Like you assert yourself. Girls think they can do that to you, and girls know they can do that to you. A girl that's like has some respect and like knows your demeanor, she's never gonna do no shit like that to you. And so, you're dealing with people again. They're immature. You'll get past that. You might meet some crazy women later down the line because that seemed like what you attract.
yeah, it seems like
Sadly.
Let me tell you something, bro. Ever
going through
since
some issues.
the relationship I was telling you about, where the same thing, multiple times where there was some craziness going on. It was just toxic relationship in general, brought out the worst in each other. And I'll preface it with she was actually a good person. It just our relationship was not working, and it got really bad because we both tolerated really bad behavior that snowballed. Right. Ever since I kind of left that behind, I said I never want this to be like that again. Every time I've seen a red flag in anyone that I was talking to, I left them right away. I haven't had drama in my life since. I have not had any drama in my life since. And I think you guys can attest to that too. It's been like, what, a year now? And no shit's really happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up in
Ever
jail
since
for the
going to
last
jail,
one.
yeah.
I got arrested for a little bit. I had a case, and luckily the case got thrown out because it was BS. But I had a case. Some shit that shouldn't even should not have even dealt with. But again, ever since that happened, and I was like, you know what, this is a wake up call. I need to get out of this situation and never get back into a similar one.
It
And
makes you think about women a lot.
It's not even
different.
just that. It makes you think about life different.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to deal with bullshit. Just be straight up with everything. So,
Bro, my first relationship, it was like that. bad, super horrible. After that, we broke up. I was just lying to girls. Didn't want to get into anything serious, and every like girl that I would talk to would be so immature. They'd be on some toxic shit, but I just leave them right away. Can't be dealing with that.
That's good.
Well,
as long as you get away from him. But the one you're talking to right now.
Yeah, hopefully you fucking grow from this experience, because you seem like you're getting yourself in.
It sounds like you're still it sounds like you're still letting
You
everybody.
hear, Rashan, your mic last podcast, it was like this, and you were talking over it. It wasn't picking up your voice that well. Just trying to put it.
It's gonna pick it up now because I'm talking into it.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking.
Because yeah.
That's all I'm asking. as technical producer, please. Yeah. So I would definitely leave that behind. Yeah. Now, Leo, you want to get any other stories?
Wanted to get into I know you were talking to me about the Jake Paul fight.
How are we gonna
Oh,
switch
yeah.
from ladies hitting your cars with a bat to Jake
Because
Paul?
Mike
No, that was just an introduction to him. We getting to
Yeah.
know him a little bit.
All right,
But I
that's
think
fair, that's fair.
prior to that, I know we were talking about a few things on our last podcast. We have some new events going on in the world. And one of them is that Jake Paul fight, Mike Tyson.
I
A lot
literally
of
want to know all
disrespect
y'all
going on.
prediction on that fight. Like, who you guys think is gonna win, Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
We go around. We'll go around the table. Let's see what everybody might
I
say.
want Mike Tyson to win because it won't make any sense at all for Jake Paul to win. At all.
Isn't it his event?
That's the only reason. That's what I was gonna say. So because it's his event, I think Jake Paul's gonna win. I think it's gonna be rigged. I don't know about you guys, but I saw some TikTok about the rules of the event, where Jake Paul can wear headgear, Mike Tyson can't.
What?
Jake Paul can tag in Logan Paul, but it's just Mike Tyson. Something like that, where it's like all these like ridiculous rules that made no sense.
I think that's BS, bro. They wouldn't do that.
I don't know. I saw something
Too
about
ridiculous,
it.
bro.
Well, if they don't do that, I feel like Mike Tyson. Here's my prediction: Mike Tyson might get one good punch in Jake Paul, and Jake Paul's gonna be knocked out. That's my prediction. But keep in mind, I know, Mike Tyson is old as hell, but he has way more years in boxing and training.
You've seen his videos recently, bro. Mike
Yeah.
Tyson was going on.
He's
He's been
moving, bro.
trying to make a statement, but I feel like that's all part of the plan to show
It's a
like
gimmick.
he's
It's a
big.
gimmick.
And then
Yeah,
boom,
but for
gets knocked
58
out.
years old, bro, and even in the videos, bro, he's moving quick as hell, bro. Like quick.
Yeah, there's no reason he should lose.
They speed it up.
They speed it up.
Nah, it's not speeding that.
And then how long has Jake Paul been fighting for? Like what?
I think it's like his seventh fight.
seventh fight. But training wise, like 6 years.
6, 7 years.
Does he have any losses?
No.
No, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
He only
to
fights-
Fury.
Oh, Fury.
Yeah. He lost to a decision of Fury,
Yeah, sure.
but not the real Fury, his son.
Okay.
Yeah, but you also keep in mind, Jake Paul only goes for opponents that he thinks and knows he can beat too. Like he goes for like MMA fighters. He goes for, just retired people, whatever it is. So
it's more publicity events that he does.
he takes
Marketing.
he gets it for his advantage. You know what I mean? I feel like in this case with Mike Tyson, I don't think that's towards his advantage.
I think both of y'all are tripping, bro. I think
what do you got?
I got Jake Paul, bro. Jake Paul has
did you
been
hear what I
boxing.
said?
Jake Paul has been boxing for a long time. Mike Tyson, I get it. He was amazing, but he's 58 years old.
Hold on. Did you hear what I said? You said we're both tripping. I said Jake Paul's gonna win.
No, he said Mike Tyson.
No, I said Mike Tyson
wants Mike
should
Tyson to
win,
win.
but Jake Paul's
G-Bus is
gonna
tripping.
win.
My bad. G-Bus is tripping.
You weren't even listening.
But yeah, doesn't Mike Tyson have to walk around with like a cane?
No.
Yeah, he has to walk around with a cane, and he's like hurt. Like
Do you
I
think
forgot.
a man that's punching a body bag needs a cane?
Not even just punching. He's like moving around the body bag like it's nothing.
Like it's nothing.
Have you seen the video?
When he circles around, bro.
Haymakers.
No, we're talking about
You think he's talking
Mike
about a different
Tyson.
person?
You know, the,
not George Foreman.
No, Mike Tyson. Yeah,
that bits a man's ear off. You know, Mike Tyson. Yeah, him, bro.
I think y'all tripping, bro. I got Jake. What do you got?
Well, I got just out of respect. It's not even that I would say the disrespect towards Logan. Jake.
All right, we know who he thinks is gonna win.
They look alike, but not Jake. Not even like disrespect towards him. Whatever he's trying to accomplish with boxing. I mean, until he starts fighting like bigger names back to back to back, I can't really take him serious. I don't pay attention to boxing, but I know like when you're fighting big names and you're taking down big names, that's when you can get your respect. You get your respect up in the boxing community. Skill wise, I mean, I feel like he stepped in the ring. He has some type of skill, but it's just not going to ever equate to what Mike Tyson.
What Mike Tyson has.
Mike Tyson is, he's a legend. He's known for making
First round knockout.
Yeah.
Have you
people
have
sleep.
you guys seen Jake Paul? Jake Paul can fight. He can fight.
He's a pro
could.
fighter.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, he does have some skill, but again, it's not gonna be IQ wise just around the ring. Mike Tyson, that dude is still a powerhouse. Like again, I feel like the fight is somewhat like of a gimmick. Even the last fight that Jake was in, I saw it. I mean, pro fighter, whoever, stepping into
Anderson Silva, right?
stepping into the ring, the way he took his step and the way that Jake jabbed him in the head, I think that's like
That look kind of fake.
it's not that it looked fake. It's just it's not a skill level. Like you would never tag Floyd like that. You would never tag. I feel like you can't land a tag like that on Tyson. Like this dude's gonna try to get up in you. He's gonna try to get close, and I feel like it's gonna be a runaround for the most part. But I feel like if he gets close, them hits are not gonna be soft.
Facts.
I feel like everyone thinks that the whole fight's gonna be rigged, that Jake Paul's gonna win just for the publicity. But honestly, I got Mike Tyson winning.
You think it's gonna be a knockout?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a
think it's
knockout.
too.
But I feel like Mike Tyson's gonna win, and Jake Paul's just gonna be like, well, I fought him. I don't see anyone else fighting him. So
You think he's gonna be like try to like downplay the whole fight?
yeah, for sure.
But didn't y'all see Mike Tyson's last fight when he fought that other guy?
That was
I
like
forgot who
that was
it
like what 3 years ago?
No, it was like 2 years ago,
He was
right?
fighting another older man. No, it was
Yeah,
like 3
yeah.
years. It was I forgot
It was three?
it's another boxer.
I forgot the boxer too. But dude, they both look tired. They both look sloppy. And Jake Paul looks he's in his prime, bro. That's the only thing. Jake Paul's young. You know what I mean? I get it. Mike Tyson got that old man strength, but still, it ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Like Jake Paul could take hits. He's being trained by the best people.
It's one thing to be trained, but then it's one thing to get hit by Mike Tyson. I'm not sure what the requirements are of the fight. Again, just having respect for Tyson and knowing his rep in the boxing arenas, in the boxing world, whatever. I mean, like you just hear that name, you know that thing holds like some value when you speak on his name. Jake Paul, I feel like he hasn't asserted himself that way. Again, just by the names he's fought, he hasn't fought nobody big. He's it's like Gervonta Davis. Like you hear Gervonta Davis, you know what's coming.
Yeah.
You get knocked out 5, 6 round, maybe 5th round. You might not make it all the way.
No, now you tell me Jake Paul's fighting Gervonta Davis or
Yeah,
somebody like that. Okay, I'll see his reputation going up.
And
but,
if he
bro,
beats Gervonta Davis, I mean, I'm sure the weight class difference is pretty far. But if he's beating people like that are skilled, defensively, and
then yeah, I'll probably be rooting for Jake Paul for
him fighting Tyson, even if he beats Tyson, that's not gonna be. They're gonna be like, oh, you beat a 57-year-old man. You see what I'm saying? Like the challenges that he's being faced with is not enough to build his rep in the boxing realm. You're not fighting people like what's that other kid that's tripping right now?
Ryan Garcia.
Oh my God. If we're getting into that, that's going to lead us down the Bohemian Grove.
We'll talk.
Do you guys hear about Bohemian Grove?
We'll talk about the Bohemian Grove. But wait, let me finish. Like that kid's a good boxer, right?
Yeah.
Obviously,
He's fast.
He wasn't.
No, Ryan Garcia is definitely talented.
He's he's a skilled fighter, but I mean, even him, he's fighting some names,
Yeah,
so
no.
like when you fight him, like you gotta be on your shit. There's a good chance he could probably sleep you, get some good connects on you, and he could take the fight. But yeah, Bohemian Road.
Yeah,
You see
Bohemian
me?
Grove.
Oh,
Bohemian Grove.
I keep saying I don't know why they like sound like a street or something.
road.
It sounds like a street.
I don't know if you guys know Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is a pro fighter, and lately he's been posting some pretty outlandish things on his Instagram, TikTok, everything. Right now, the stuff he's posting about is Bohemian Grove. Now, Bohemian Grove is apparently this place where all the elites meet up every year, and they do these rituals and unethical things to kids and
It's a whole bunch
people.
of
A lot of crazy stuff.
Do you actually believe in it though?
Me, honestly, yeah. I don't know if it's Bohemian Grove. I feel like anytime that something like this comes out, where it's like Bohemian Grove or Epstein's Island, when something like that comes out, I feel like it's always a diversion because these people have so much money that no one will ever find out about stuff that they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
money
but
and
see,
power,
like
for
but
sure.
see the thing with Epstein Island, it was like all the people that had money were supposedly going there. So I feel like it can't be too much of a conspiracy theory and like everybody's just like, oh.
But here's the thing: Epstein's Island could just be a vacation spot. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing was proven to ever actually happen
That's
there,
what I'm saying, like-
technically. But that's what I'm saying. It's like it's probably just again another conspiracy theory, not the actual place, and just a ploy just to be a diversion. But in
Yeah, 'cause
reality,
he's trying to hype up his fight. He's trying to hype up his fight. He's about to have what his name?
it could be
Spence?
that too. It could be that too.
That's what I
But-
was thinking when I first saw it, that it was just all publicity.
It could be that too, but what I'm saying is, I guarantee there is multiple places like that across the world. Because there's been times in the past where you see, in medieval times, medieval kingdoms, oh, this monarch was doing this to these children from this family household. Like it's stuff that just repeats throughout history. Humans have a pattern, and they tend to constantly repeat that pattern. People in power, people in areas of money and riches and wealth and strength will always be able to do things like this and not care about the consequences, right?
Yeah.
So I guarantee there is a place like Bohemian Grove. Now, is it actually Bohemian Grove? I don't know, but
Wasn't there a video?
Yeah, there was a video. I mean, Bohemian Grove it's very secretive and very it has high security, right? So obviously Ryan Garcia posted that video of him being in there and stuff.
That was him. That was him.
That was him in there. You know, took a picture of took a video of the owl. They praise his owl statue or whatever it is.
See, that part don't make sense to me. The praise the owl statue. Why? Like, that don't even make sense.
I don't think he'd be lying about that. You know, if he actually snuck in there and stuff, because again, it's not easy to get in there. You know,
He had a video of him in the parking lot, and then I saw another TikTok video of some other guy visiting Bohemian Grove because it was just up the road.
back then, right?
Right? No, not back then. It was
recent?
more recent.
Okay.
And he was walking around. He's like, "Oh, security cameras here, security cameras there," and he's
They're
showing
literally
it.
on the trees, bro.
There's
Like-
security cameras in the trees, like miles before you get there. It's like Area 51 type
You
security.
saw it on TikTok?
I saw it on TikTok.
When it shows a car driving off,
And
right?
it shows a
I
car
saw that
driving
one
off.
today.
There's a gated fence, and there's people there
What if
walking
it's in my
around.
house?
No, it wasn't a
No, no,
house.
no.
It looks like
They
a
got-
house.
They
but
got
it-
acres.
It looks like a
Where
house,
is it
but it's
located?
acres. You can
It's
tell.
Northern California, but they got acres of land.
Northern
Bro.
We should go. Honestly, I think we should go and be like, "Hey, Epstein told us to come here. Like, we're good, right? Like, and just see what happens."
Where with Raffimoosh?
Yeah, see, I don't.
Yeah,
If there's danger, I don't go seeking the danger. But if it's like, you know, I just stumble across it, obviously, you know, it's like, hey,
Shiver me timbers.
It might have been.
Shiver me timbers.
I'm not a person that's too big on like conspiracy theories. I know a lot of people they base their whole life on like, oh, this could be
It's not a
happening.
conspiracy until you go and find out yourself.
I mean, look, he was talking
No,
about
it's a
what?
conspiracy until you go and find out first.
Yeah, until you actually prove it like
No,
something.
you
fact.
said it's not a conspiracy until you go find out yourself.
Whatever.
Saying it is one.
Because he was saying like, though they sat him in front of they watched
made
him
him watch
rape
something.
kids
Yeah.
and all this stuff they were talking about. I mean, it kind of sounds like the Jake Bell or whatever documentary.
Drake Bell.
Drake Bell, the
you guys saw
documentary
that
just
too?
came out.
Yeah, dude, that's
Bell-
blowing up, bro. I literally saw Drake Bell yesterday I was chilling with my mom.
I was hanging out with him the other day.
I saw him on a Spanish news thing, and I was like, "What the hell?" He was speaking Spanish and everything.
Yeah, bro.
He's literally just trying to get his
speaks
thing out.
Spanish, yeah.
I was like, "What? That's crazy." And
thought
I
he
was
was white.
I was telling
He's
my
white.
mom everything that he was like doing. My mom was like just tripping.
Wait, is that the guy from Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
That
Wait,
guy.
so what happened? Because I kind of saw videos, but what really happened with them?
He said that when he was 15, he was getting
Like molested,
sexually
and
assaulted
sexually assaulted
by-
Nickelodeon?
But yeah, in
By
Nickelodeon.
by one of the producers of the
Rob
show.
Schneider?
While he was on that show.
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider.
I don't know if it was Dan Schneider, but it was like somebody who was sexually.
It's funny because like I've seen like certain episodes of like Nickelodeon when I was younger. That I'd be like, that doesn't seem like that.
It's a little
appropriate.
weird, yeah.
Like there's one. That, oh my god, I will never forget. There's an episode of Victorious where Trina Vega is sitting there, right, and they're spraying lotion on her face, and it just looks like cum shots going on her face,
Yo,
right?
what the
I think I'm not kidding. I swear to
No,
God.
I think they talk about that in the documentary of like just like the thing that they shot. They were like inappropriate, but at the same time, back then the way things were shot, nobody took it to consideration. It's like comedy, you know. Like,
I don't
it's-
know, man.
It's funny, like even though it's like a teenage show, it's like comedy, and I feel like now you pay attention to it more because they're obviously bringing it up.
Yeah.
If you have a clear mind and you're just watching it, like, oh, it's a show. But now, if you bring it up, you're talking about it. It's like, oh, look how inappropriate that was. I'm like, come on, we were watching Boondocks when we were 10 years old. Like,
No,
come on,
Boondocks.
dog. It's like
What I'm saying
it's like,
is
get
this,
real.
like, if you were trying
oh
to
my
put-
god, but
Bro,
no, like
Boondocks was funny.
because I was watching the
never said it
documentary, like halfway watching the documentary, my girl was watching it, and I'm just listening to my headphones playing my game. And I'm listening to it. It sounds so scripted. It sounds like so unauthentic. Like they're trying to dramatize how their experience was, and like, oh, this was happening to me, and this wasn't right at the time. Like I'm actually looking back, and I'm revisiting this scene and seeing how inappropriate it was. And it's like, come on, get real. You was literally doing the acting. This was how you was getting paid. This is how you made your name.
You never said a word.
You never said a word. You never were uncomfortable on the set. And if you were uncomfortable on the set, you were too worried about talking out, speaking out against whoever's writing the script or directing the show. You know, a lot of the times I don't feel bad for people who go through stuff like that because they chose a path. They chose like, hey, I want to be rich and famous. I want to be known. I want to get these opportunities. And I'm in this field, and in order for me to be in this field, yes, the director might be touching on me, but you know, I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let it pass, and, you know, and you open up doors and create opportunities for other people to be in the same position they were. They're 5-6 years out of Nickelodeon. The next kid is they're dealing with the same thing, and you know, it's kind of selfish in my eyes. I just envision that as like a selfish thing because you could have been the person that stepped up. You could have been the person
Yeah,
that stopped
why
this a
speak
long
about
time
it like
ago.
15 years later?
Yeah, you could have put this man away, and no, you allowed this man to keep his position, keep his job, keep his name, keep his, you know, everything. And
So
just
you're
in
saying
order for
because
me
he
to-
didn't speak up at that time, and it's kind of like if he was doing it to get like a promotion like just say so he.
I think what
it's like for example, you got promoted by John to be a desk manager, but every time you saw John was like, hey man, let's go hang out this weekend. Oh, and then it's like, hey man, he's touching on you, you know. He tells you, hey, come to my office. Like, you know, yeah, like, you know, he's like, hey, come to my office. And he's just being like very awkward with you. It's very unsettling. And you're with him, but you're like, you know what? If I say something to him, he might demote me. And so it's kind of like you're stuck in a in between, but you know where you want to achieve your goals. Hey, man, I'll do this. I'll become this. I'll move on.
I don't even think it's like he's wondering like if I say something, maybe he won't put me on the show.
Yeah,
I don't even think it's that because I think he knows.
Because you have something that you're trying to achieve. And you know they want the success, they want the famous success, and so a lot of times, again, in my opinion, I don't feel bad for the situation you go through is messed up. You know, I'm sorry for the situation, but your actions, I don't, you know. And then when you're explaining it, I don't feel sympathy. He was supposedly 15.
He was supposed to be 15.
Okay,
15 years old, man. Just be
all I saw
honest,
was
like, come on.
All I saw was he said something about like I would be asleep and I woke up and like he was touching me or something, right? One of those things.
Sexually assaulting him.
At 15 years old, you're a grown enough man. Like you're not a man, but you're a grown enough man
to know what's going on.
Yeah.
What's going on, and also to put hands on somebody. Like 15-year-olds aren't the weakest people in the world. They can do some damage, right?
Like, bro, I fought my dad when I was 15. Like, come on.
He said, "Whoa,
That came out of nowhere.
The reporter asked him what type of sexual assault did he like perform on you, and he literally said, think about the worst possible thing you could do to a child, and that's what he did.
And
that's
so
literally what he
That's
said.
just like insinuating with such slow description to let imagination run wild.
Actually say the full thing of what happened. He wants us to just imagine
And
what
so
happened.
And so that's why when I was listening to it, I was like, man, this sounds so scripted and acted. I was like, why would you
He's an
tell
actor at the end of the day.
Yeah, why would you tell someone's asking you a question about experience you had, right? You're supposed to elaborate on that experience. If you don't feel comfortable saying it, like, you know what, I don't feel comfortable saying exactly what it was said, but just know that it wasn't like a good thing, you know. So
Yeah,
obviously
like
you can infer.
There's two ways you could say what he said. You could say the worst possible thing you can imagine, or you could say I don't want to say it, but it's bad.
But
insinuating the worst possible thing.
But why would you ask somebody that without answering the question? It's like, okay, I can imagine some crazy stuff, but I'm asking you a direct question. What happened? You see what I'm saying?
What's also crazy though, this man Drake Bell has also been caught texting underage girls, meeting up with underage girls, sending pictures to underage girls.
So has he?
Yeah,
Damn.
and he's been in jail too for literally doing that.
What?
So it's
Drake Bell from Drake and Josh?
100%, bro. I swear to
The
God.
Hug Me Brother guy?
Huh?
Hug Me Brother?
Yeah, that one.
No, that's
Yeah,
it's
both of
Josh.
them, yeah.
So-
Josh Peck.
I like Josh.
I mean, it's like
it's cool.
Again, they're in that realm of something that
Is he worse than the
I personally don't feel sorry. Again, they're literally having a documentary.
It's the same.
and
I
have the
think
position
the
they
same
are
thing you're
because
saying.
of what they allowed to happen to them, you know.
Same thing you're saying of like if you're gonna use something like that to benefit off of. If you're 15 years old, you know what you're doing, right? So if you let something like that happen in order to get to where you are now, right? You can't complain about it later on. You made that decision. Like, yeah, it shouldn't have happened. The world shouldn't be that way, but it is that way.
And I feel like once you're so far past it, there's no reason to bring it up.
Yeah, unless you're trying to get some attention back
you're
or
going
something.
on trial to testify,
Or
like, you know.
you're texting little girls. You want to get eyes off that and get eyes back on the fact that you got molested.
Yeah,
you know?
the way you are today is because of the trauma that you went to. You know, everybody tries to play this victimhood mindset. In 2020 plus, like, you know, ever since 2020, it's like, oh, how can I be a victim today? How can I be a person that something happened to me and I had to just make it all about whatever that was?
Speaking of that, you know what pisses me off a lot now? And this is going to hit a lot of people.
you know what really grinds my gears?
Please tell me.
No, go.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you know what really pisses me off right now is when I'm going through Instagram and I see these girls and guys that are significantly overweight, like morbidly obese, and they want to celebrate it. Like they want to celebrate being obese.
Are you talking about FatCon?
FatCon?
FatCon.
FatCon.
That's a thing?
Yeah. What the fuck? Dude, they have a whole convention for people that are overweight and dying to go celebrate that they're overweight and dying and love their bodies. Like, yeah, you can love your body, but if you're letting your body go, that's not loving your body. You're just being lazy.
Dude, supposedly they had the most fire buffet ever, bro.
I believe it.
I swear to God,
I
bro.
believe it. Imagine all that money. What attractions did they have besides food?
Food?
Exactly.
Drinks.
I don't
Drinks
know,
and
bro.
food.
Nobody there was fit.
No, people went that were fit just to see what was going on.
see what was
Like
going
I don't even know where it was, but if it was close by, I probably would have gone. Just
I
look at
think
all
it
these-
was in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm not going to
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
I was
Yeah,
looking
they
at
ain't
the
nothing
ticket.
out there.
Cheese capital of the world, huh?
You wanted to go?
Yeah.
I mean, Leo would fit right in.
Who would you have
What?
took?
Hmm?
Who would you
What
have
you mean?
took?
I would have took UGL.
Oh, thank you.
That was the fruitiest interaction I've seen. I love it.
Yeah, I heard it was like a safe space for fat people to be at and like eat and have fun.
Dude, but you know what? No drama came out of it, bro. So, hey.
Well, yeah, because they're all there together. What are you gonna do? You say something, they're probably all gonna eat you one by one. Like, it's,
Hey, yo.
That's crazy.
I won't even care if we put this on social media. I will say that happily. You can't be lazy and not take responsibility for your own actions. If you grew up overweight, you grew up overweight. But guess what? You can work out whenever you want and lose the weight, right? So if you are now just in a position where you're extremely overweight, you can lose the weight. There's surgeries if you really want, and it is a health condition. So you can get that under insurance, medical insurance, if you really don't want to pay for it, which is fine. And you can do a lot of things with it to where you just lose the weight and get to a real healthy lifestyle where you actually show that you love your body rather than, this is my body and I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, I don't understand how people feel good about themselves being, 300 pounds.
Like,
and they're,
it's
like,
not
5 foot.
attractive, okay? It's not healthy. It shows no work ethic besides the fact that you have to really put in some effort to stand up.
Yeah. And you,
Have you guys ever seen that show,
Put a lot of effort in eating.
My 700-Pound Life?
Yeah,
You guys ever-
yeah.
So,
I've heard of it,
dude,
yeah.
like literally, like people have done it where they're like 700-800 pounds. The doctor tells them you gotta lose 200 pounds and I can give you the surgery and your life will change. And they literally do it, bro. Like they go through it. They lose 200 pounds or whatever. The doctor gives them the surgery, and then boom, they're skinny.
And they're
Is that-
so
is
happy.
that a show where they
And
pick
they're
them up with a
so
forklift?
happy, huh?
Is that the show where they pick them up with a forklift?
They've done that before, yeah.
Yeah, right.
They pick them up on a
That's
forklift?
insanity.
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there.
some people are too big, so they can't get into the
Bro,
ambulance.
700 pounds, imagine? Bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't think your bones can support that.
Got Derek behind the scenes laughing.
He'll be 700 pounds one day. He'll feel
The
it
way
in
he's
his
sitting
legs.
right now.
It's our producer back
Oh,
there.
shit. Was good, Derek? Chilling?
Hey, yo, Derek, put that pizza away, bro, please.
But what was the next thing we were talking about earlier? We were also talking about Bohemian Grove. We talked about
What were we talking about?
Jake Paul. Damn,
war?
we were talking about the war with the Palestine and
You really want to get into that with me? You really want to get into that with me right now?
we were getting into like just how someone will function, like as far as like having the freedoms. There's a lot of stuff going on right now in America, like with immigrants and stuff like that. I was having a conversation with one of my coworkers of like he's from Colombia, and I asked him if he was a person that would give up his freedom to fight in a war for someone in his country. And he said no. He said he loves America. He swore when he became a citizen that he'll die for this country. And so we had that talk, and I think I asked somebody else that was from, I don't know, someone Arab at work, I forgot his name. I asked him, I was like, do you see yourself? Because, everybody tries to put on this fake thing, and I don't know if it's fake or not, but people try to like portray like, oh, I hate being American. I hate being part of America. America sucks and all this stuff, but they would never give up their freedom to let someone who's an immigrant to take their place. Like they would never give up their
See, I that
their
part,
home to
as
be
much
like,
as I don't
hey.
agree with you on the side of the conflict that you stand, I will agree with that. At the end of the day, you're American. This country gave you a lot of freedoms, right?
Yeah.
And we're a democracy for a reason. So if you don't like the way it's being run, don't hate the country. You can make a change by voting and by, to an extent, you can make
Yeah.
a change, right?
Yeah.
But the problem that I have with what you're bringing up right now is the fact that you're talking about dying for your country, going to fight for a war.
Yeah.
The thing is that war shouldn't even be existing to begin with. That's the problem. No, you can hit the table. These springs absorb it. We've been doing that the whole time. Rashan's been smacking the table like nothing.
Stop doing
The
that.
whole Palestine-Israel conflict shouldn't be something to begin with. It shouldn't be a war to begin with. At the end of the day, you're saying, oh, this is your country. We benefit. You say it a lot. We benefit off Israel. They're one of the biggest e-commerce and just in general economies boosting people in the U.S. because they have a lot of money, realistically, which is true, right? Which is true.
money is power.
True. Which
In
is
America,
true.
at least.
But here's the thing. It's like you're making the argument of, okay, what's more important? Humanity,
You're talking
human
about like
lives?
the morale of war.
The morale of war. It's like, do we? But
I'm
it's
pretty
not
sure
even-
there's
it's
a-
not a
there's a
war.
saying,
It's not a war. As much as you call it a war, it's not a war. It's a genocide.
When people are
you're
shooting at
bombing,
each other,
hold on. When you're bombing hospitals, when you're bombing schools, and you're bombing places that you said this is going to be a safe zone, so go there if you want to escape the war, and then you bomb that exact spot. That's not a war. That's a genocide.
How do you feel about
That is actually a genocide.
So I feel like when people talk about it being a genocide, what exactly are they saying?
They're trying to the same way. I'm gonna bring it up because I'm half Armenian.
Because you guys got the definition of what a genocide is, right?
The definition of a genocide it comes from two words: genocida. Geno is race.
Yeah.
Cida is killing. So
a
killing
specific
off a race,
like the
that's
Nazis, what the
genocide.
Nazis did.
Exactly, the Holocaust, right? They want to kill off the race. They tried to do it with Armenians, and I'm half Armenian. They tried to do it with Armenians way back then. They had this idea of pan-Turkism, which is where they want to have Turkey from one sea to the next sea. Same idea with Gaza. Israel wants to have Gaza completely occupied by Israelis. Right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to exterminate the Palestinian people completely. They're not giving them any escape route, so they can't leave.
And so, quick question: so, if it's a genocide, wouldn't that be? Yeah, they're Palestinian, but Palestinian is derived of a lot of Arabic people and Lebanese people and all that stuff, right? So, wouldn't the Jews want to be trying to kill everybody
No,
that's
because
part of that?
Palestinians and because now this is where the part that you don't really
Well, like
know.
ethnic background, right?
That's what-
People's ethnic. If
If
you're
we're
trying
talking
to,
about that, we're all Indo-European.
What-
So you are black, I'm white. We're the same people if that's the case.
no, because
Indo-European.
Nazis were killing off who?
Rashan's not
Why?
black. He's
If you weren't, if you didn't have blonde hair, blue eyes, what were they doing? They were killing you, right?
Yeah.
So if you put that in the same thing of breath, you're saying that the Jews are trying to kill. Literally, the Jews are doing the
No, but
opposite
that
of what
was
happened
just-
to them.
but
You
that
see what
was
I'm
just-
saying?
yeah.
So it's like
But
they
that
would
was
literally have to
just-
they would have to literally grab every Palestinian. You look this way. You look this way. You guys are going to get
Palestinians,
killed.
well, Palestinians do have a very distinct look, curly hair type look. They have a different type of eye color. It's not always brown or green or brown. It's usually green. A lot of Palestinians have green eyes. Okay. They have a distinct.
But is that
look.
like a distinct thing of like
It
again
is.
not
Like,
having blue eyes?
as an Arab,
Like
I
brown-
could look
like-
at someone and I could tell you what type of Arab you are, right? But even then, it's Palestinians have their own dialect of Arabic. They have their own type of culture. They have their own
Well,
type
yeah, that's
of.
just speaking. That's just how language.
It's not just, not just the language. I'm saying in general, they have a very distinct lifestyle and different culture. Like, yeah, we're all
That's
Arab.
like the British. That's like the British to us.
That's
they
what I'm
have
saying.
a different like that, but it wouldn't be like, hey, the British are gonna try to commit genocide on us when we literally speak the same language. You
But
see
what I'm saying is you're saying that it's not genocide because there's a bunch of Arabs around the world. That's what you're trying to say.
Okay, so if it was a genocide, why didn't they do it a long time ago?
Okay, if someone let's talk about the Rwanda genocide. People in
I
Rwanda.
don't know. You got to educate me.
The Rwanda genocide. The people of Rwanda are being genocided by their government, which is a corrupt government, and it's really just human traffic and gang-based violence that's run through the government. That's what's happening with the Rwanda genocide. From what I know, I could be wrong, but from what I know, that's what it turns out to be. So now they're killing all these Rwandans who are all black, right? So now if you kill all the Rwandans, you can't say it's not a genocide because, there's a bunch of other Nigerians and people from Congo, Dominican Republic, like all these different places. They're all dark-skinned. It doesn't matter. It's not a genocide. They're Palestinian. They're Arab. They're a type of Arab that's very distinct. They have their own culture, their own language, their own community, own type of religion.
Because I feel like when everybody's addressing, at least here in America, they're addressing it as like, because they're in this place of land, that it's a genocide because they're like killing everybody that's in that place.
That's exactly what it is.
But if they kill everybody that's in that place, is there no Palestinians anywhere else? You see what I'm saying? Are they
There's
coming to America
Armenians-
to get every
Armenians.
Palestinian that
Where are the
lives
Armenians
here?
right now?
No, I'm saying like again.
No,
if
no,
you're-
I'm answering your
if a
question. I
country
promise you I'm answering your question.
seeking
Hold on. I'm answering
genocide,
your
they're going
question.
to kill everybody, right?
I'm answering your question. There's Palestinians all over, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Armenians. There was an Armenian genocide. The Jews, there's Jews all over, right? But there was a Holocaust.
When the Nazis were going after the Jews, they were getting them in every single place that they were.
Yeah.
You're right.
They were trying to
They were
find them.
going
In
after
Germany.
No,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
No, you did not have. You did not. Okay, first of all, think about it geographically. Back then, you did not have any dispersion of Jews outside of Germany in that area because they didn't technically have Israel
did.
yet, right?
They did.
But they didn't go to anywhere they didn't conquer. Like, you didn't have Germany and Hitler sending people to the U.S. to kill Jews that were in the U.S.
They were in Britain.
No, dude.
But where did
Again,
what got conquered by Nazi?
Anybody that was harboring
Nazi
anybody that
Germany
was
invaded Britain.
Yeah.
Okay, so any area that they conquered, they were killing.
Yeah.
Okay,
What do you
so
think
it's their
happens?
conquered areas. Israel has Gaza Strip conquered.
They
If
literally-
Israel conquered Syria right now, they'd be killing the Syrians too. That's what I'm trying to say.
So exactly. So the Nazis got stopped because of everybody in
because the
intervened.
world made a change and they're not doing it this time.
But who's to say that the Jews are going to expand outside of Palestine? Like, they're going to go.
Who's to say they're not? What happened with Hitler?
How?
Hitler only wanted Germany. The minute he got Germany, he started invading Poland, started invading France, England, Britain. That area.
Didn't they also get Hawaii? Didn't they also get Hawaii?
You're thinking of Japan, my guy.
Oh, that's Japan. You're right. You're right. It is Japan.
Anyways,
I feel like they throw that word.
I'm gonna give you another example that's happening right now. Armenians got genocide in 1915 and then 1921 when they got occupied by USSR. Now Armenia just gave over Artsakh a couple months ago.
Okay.
And they gave up Artsakh for peace, right? Who's to say Azerbaijan won't want to just take over Armenia now? Guess what? We gave them another plot of land from Armenia to keep the peace. And now they already put out a threat saying, hey, next week we're going to attack you guys again. We want this part of land. No one is ever satisfied.
You know what this sounds like? Yeah, nobody's ever satisfied, but then nobody stands up for yourself. I feel like something like that can never happen in America.
What did Hamas do that you now blame them for starting a war?
I was about to say that.
I mean, Hamas started that, right?
No.
Did they not trigger it?
No,
Did they not?
They did not trigger it. It's been happening. They triggered the media coverage on it,
Okay.
but it's been happening by Israel attacking people in Gaza Strip for the past 70 years.
So Israel's the one that attacked first.
Israel's been attacking.
No. Like,
Yes.
from the start of the conflict of like
The start of the conflict is 70
obviously,
years.
It's always been like,
Get that straight.
It's like how we were in Iraq. We're at war, but then it's like, oh, we're not hearing nothing about it, and then it's like, oh, we hear like a base blew up, and then it's like, oh, we retaliated. So it's like, I'm saying that the conflict has always been happening because it's been like 70 years or whatever the hell, and they've been going back and forth. They can't come to an agreement on whatever the hell they got going on over there. They so disoriented. They have no structure.
To an agreement.
So
No, hold on.
So wait, let me finish. You have the militia.
Before you
let me
continue
finish.
on, I gotta correct you before you continue on.
Okay, let me finish my point.
Important detail that's incorrect. It's not like they can't come to an agreement. Hamas wasn't a thing for the past 70 years.
Okay, and Hamas is a militia within.
Hamas is a
it's not
militia
part of the
now.
Yeah, it's not a part of the military. It's not
Because
part
they
of the
don't have a
government.
military.
Okay, so just like if you have America,
So
you have
that-
the Civil War.
Okay.
Right? You have a federal government. If Texas wanted to rise up against the federal government, do you not consider if everybody else in the U.S. Texas is a terrorist group, right? Because they're trying to.
Yes, but
for
that's not what's happening in-
No, I'm using it as an example.
Yeah.
So if Texas
From that
rolls up,
perspective, yes.
If Texas rolls up, everybody else would be like, we're not aligned with Texas values, but they can go to war with the government, and what do you think is going to happen?
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, so
But that's-
Palestinians, they have Hamas. You're trying to go to war with a superpower that's backed by other superpowers, right?
Again,
Does it
you're starting off the argument with a fallacy because that's not what's happening. It's not Texas going up against the U.S.
No,
Palestinians were there before Israelis. They let Israelis in. It
Okay.
was that land. They let them in. So now think of it like this.
So
Let
what
me
is
flip it
Hamas
around.
fighting for?
Hamas is fighting for the Palestinians to be free and not get
their
bombed every
freedom.
day.
Okay, and if it costs, right? You can't come to agreement with taking. You have to lose your land, right? Or everybody's
You
gonna
can't
die.
come to an agreement.
So are they going to kill everybody because they don't want to give up the land, and Israel wants to take the land, or they're just going to die for the land?
What's even the fight about?
What's that question even mean?
What's the purpose of Hamas even being formed against Israel?
To stop getting bombed, to retaliate.
How is Hamas going to stop Israel?
Let me ask you a question. If I walk up to you every day, I'm answering your question with a question.
You can't answer my question with
If
a question.
I walk up to you every day and slap you across the face and you sit there doing nothing, and then one day you slap me back and I call the police on you.
Like how I said Texas, right? Texas decided to go against.
Texas is Israel.
No, Texas is
Israel.
Hamas.
It's Israel because Texas is the one that's rising up against the original owner of the land, which is the U.S. Palestine was the original owner of the land.
If you watch the history from the history that I know, the Jews were there first. The Jews migrated when the Holocaust, and then they got given the land back.
Why would the
And
Jews migrate from the Holocaust when the Holocaust was
Palestine-
nowhere? So our cameras got cut off. We kind of ran out of time, but we're going to continue the next podcast talking about Palestine versus Israel. I'm going to let Rashan go back onto his speech next time, and then we're going to let him speak the whole time. And then after the 45
Rashan
minutes,
podcast.
then I'll talk.
And
so
then
we'll go from there.
And then we're gonna have the guys kind of read up and give their own opinion.
Yeah,
for the
you guys
next
got to read up
episode.
about it too. Maybe we'll bring like an expert like Derek or something.
And I'll do some more. I'll do some more research. I'll try to see get to again.
We're gonna
give
talk.
my
We're
opinion
gonna have
on
a conversation after this.
Again, he'll give his biased opinion.
Yeah, you're giving your biased opinion too.
No, I don't have a
you
biased
You
opinion.
just said off camera, I align with everything
you're
that
aligned
goes
with
for the
everything that goes
U.S.
to the US.
If the
Yeah,
U.S.
I'm American.
If that's a biased
That's a biased
opinion.
opinion.
Because I'm American.
Oh my God.
America.
All right, guys, we'll see you guys. Okay, hold on. We'll see you guys next time on the podcast. This is episode number 4. We'll see you guys at episode number 5, starting with Palestine and Rashan and how Rashan loves Israelis. So we'll go from there.
Rashan's podcast.
America.
America.